Two legendary team names in the halls of fame in Rocket League are going up against each other once again. DEM Girls and FLIPSID, although only Remco and Cookster remain, this is going to be a fun one to watch.
I want to talk about their predictions, and I don't want to, I like to use this as an excuse over the booth. I don't actually have to make real predictions because I don't want to be wrong. It's never fun to be wrong, especially because you're competitive, and I don't like being wrong next to you.
I like to win.
He goes into like he's another man when he's right and you're wrong. It's not a fun thing to do.
I just have to let you know, Carpet.
Yeah, but they talk about the Cookster effect, right? And I've talked about this, and I'm sure I'm going to get plenty of hate, and that's okay. But can you really call it a Cookster effect if he really hasn't put a big flame up to any of the contending teams for what, like 2-3 seasons now?
Well,
can we still call it that?
Were you watching last season? He was MVP. He was in the MVP discussion.
That's fair.
He was very, very good.
Yeah.
It's Cookster, if he is loyal to a fault as well. I mean, we saw even with FLIPSID once near the end of that roster with Marky Duda before they split ways, Cookster will try to make a team work all the way to the very end, which I love about him.
Yeah.
And I love to see him play as well. Cookster, he has moves that he has defined.
Yeah.
Cookster pinch. He's been around since the very beginning. He played the prequel. Cookster, to me, he is a legend, and he will always be a factor in a game, especially with how good he was last season. But you're right, Carpet. The Cookster effect wasn't enough to elevate FLIPSID to get to the World Championship, which is obviously their goal.
And to kind of my point, he's never fallen from grace, right? He's still always been in the RLCS. He hasn't ever made it to the point. Although they got real close once. We all got pretty stressed out about it. It was pretty close. But to talk about DEM Girls, right? They're underneath the new name. This previously Envy. We have iGnite Remco picking up Metanaris, which I think is going to be a really cool change for them. We know how good Complexity was, even with their old roster. I know they just felt like they had to make a change. When you look at the conversations, it was all in good peace. Mm-hmm. The parting, none of it was bad. There was no bad blood when Metanaris leaving Complexity. But we know how, and he was with those two players for so long. You learn so much when you're with great players.
That is going to be interesting for me to see is how Metanaris plays when we have been so used to seeing the Metza-Magnus combo for literally eternity. And now he's on a new squad. Here we go, kickoff in game number 1. iGnite leaves that for Metza. Metza just chasing this down to the corner. Cookster kills it. Mystic is going to pinch that off the corner. Ball in from Metza. Good control by Mystic in the corner. Now Cookster will have a clear chance. Up to Mystic. Mystic, that shot was going to be on target. Now Cookster racing through it. Almost got that dunk. And now counterattack. Yukio racing back.
Nice read from Cooks here, too, on that challenge, knowing he really didn't have a lot of options. He had one speed he could go. He couldn't slow down.
Cookster almost making that work. And that shot from iGnite. He was brought in last season because of his offense, and now in season 6, getting off to a hot start.
And I love how horizontal that play was, man. He went from the left to the right, and Mets had an angle and a chance to push it up to the corner, which I think habitually a lot of people would do, but no, he lets it come right off his car, smacks the sidewall, it comes right back mid again, just goes from left to right, and it gave his teammate that shot.
iGnite with a great shot, known for his offensive ability. And Cookster almost having a chance right there. And then that bump. Looked like Remco got a piece of Yukio. Now Metza. Yukio up the wall. Cookster can't get to the ball. Sent back down. Mystic has some time. Puts it off the corner to himself, but misses that hit. iGnite takes control, going for the air dribble. Cookster ends that play. Metanaris now taking over. Yukio clearing downfield. iGnite back to Metza. Metza on the wall, doesn't get much of a hit. Now Cookster is going to have a numbers game. 2v1. Remco last back, and Remco hits it into the corner. Remco again clearing it off into the corner. Finds iGnite, who hits it downfield. Now Yukio keeping this ball in the DEM Girls half. iGnite just trying to clear. A chance for Yukio, who gets it by 1. Remco in an awkward spot. Mystic off the backboard. Yukio's up. A light touch. Remco gets the save, and Cookster not able to push it past. The DEM Girls defense holding firm.
Remco actually had 20 boosts for that save, and he still didn't want to use it. He still held on to that boost, knowing that that was not going to be the end. There's a chance they can still keep pushing. Confidence to be able to take care of both of those shots without using any of what little boost he had.
The FLIPSID has been looking so threatening. This has been an extended attack. They got very close right there, and they're not letting up.
Clear from Metz gives him a little bit of room to breathe. Horizontal pass again from him.
Cookser off into the corner, good for Mystic. Mystic jumps a little bit early. Cookser in a tough spot, does get a long clear. Metza has to race back for this one. Cookser chasing him down. Metza goes for boost instead. That allows Cookser to get that hit into the corner. Now Remco up to Metza. Metza getting that touch. Mystic clear over to Yukio. iGignite with a misread there. Yukio trying to get that ball centered. Remco gets a piece of it, and then following that up as well. A fantastic defensive effort from Remco to alleviate that pressure.
FLIPSID playing the keep away game, really just looking to pull defenders out, keep it away, and then go for that final pass for the shot. It's worked well to put on good aggression, but right now they're still sitting 1 goal down.
FLIPSID now on the attack. iGignite trying to hit it back, but Yukio sends it right back towards net. Remco with the save.
Ooh, just not enough boost to reach that.
iGignite trying to pop that off the backboard again. Cookser denies that backboard. A good touch from Yukio. Cookser has full boost to work with. He centers it. Yukio's there, but he doesn't get the shot in a clear from iGignite.
Mystic's all alone. He's going to take his time with this. Draw out an offender, go for the challenge.
Oh, and a fantastic hustle there from iGignite, but no one was in front of net to get that pass. Now Mystic, long ball off the backboard. No one's there to deny it for him. He almost gets the shot in a block by iGignite on the follow-up from Cookser. Fnatic getting, or FLIPSID rather, getting closer and closer. But still this DEM GIRLZ defense refusing to let one by.
They have 7 shots on DEM GIRLZ 4. So they have more shots, but as we've seen, just barely saved out by DEM GIRLZ. Maybe just one more push, maybe a good bump will help them out, but that really puts them out of rotation.
We'll see if they can figure anything out. Another center ball by Cookser. Yukio gets to it, but that shot blocked at the origin. Now Mystic trying to challenge Yukio up the wall, but he has to bail out. iGignite getting that touch. Yukio off the wall. Cookser gets beat to the ball by Metza. That net was open, but Metza didn't put it on target. And a follow-up shot knocked aside by Yukio. DEM GIRLZ, oh, iGignite completely missing a chance for Cookser.
Good luck.
Metza's trying to get back, and he does. Ball up in the air, last chance for FLIPSID. Yukio down to Mystic. Mystic misses his chance. And unless something happens, that's gonna be it. DEM GIRLZ take a very close game number 1.
The power of the name. DEM GIRLZ, man. We know what it brought in season 1. Yeah, 1.
Even in the preseason.
2, preseason here. Some seasons ago.
Many
I'm such an old man.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do with myself? But either way, I loved the play style the FLIPSID was doing, right? They were playing keep away. Every time they challenged the ball, they were just, hey, I'm going to beat you to this challenge just enough to put it around you. They do that repeatedly until they can get a good shot. But you saw how good DEM GIRLZ was on defense, man. Just barely getting back in time. And their pass plays, a lot of horizontal play, keeping it away from the defenders altogether and just getting a nasty shot.
Yeah, the one shot that went in was just a heck of a shot from iGignite, getting it just under the crossbar. But FLIPSID, they had so many chances. They were looking for those lateral plays. A lot of times we saw Cookser being the facilitator, trying to get that ball out into the middle. Yukio was usually that guy who was waiting for it, but they just couldn't get anything by this DEM GIRLZ defense. DEM GIRLZ just challenging every shot, every pass, reading things so well, getting to the ball quickly.
And you saw how far out they'd come for those challenges, too. They didn't want to let those backboard smacks happen, right? So many times when it's so far out, you're like, well, they're not going to get a shot that'll get past me. And they know that. So what do? Well, they go up, they smack it on the backboard. If you don't have somebody waiting there, it's either going to drop straight down, good luck, or it's going to go back out in a little bit better of a position for them, and then you're forced into chase. But DEM GIRLZ, like, we don't even want to deal with that at all. We just want to go to Las Vegas. Season 6, everybody. We're going to Vegas, and both of these teams really want to make sure that they can get their spot for that. And if you haven't figured it out, guys, we're going to Las Vegas for LAN Season 6.
What gave that away, Carp?
I don't know. Maybe it was this surprise.
This full screen graphic that says the Season 6 World Championship, November 9th through the 11th.
And on the bottom it says Orleans Arena, Las Vegas.
That is in Las Vegas.
And it looks like it might be in Paris, but it's not.
I'm glad that you figured that out. You know, Wavepunk seems super excited that he hasn't seen the Eiffel Tower, but there's
What
a miniature Eiffel Tower there, you know, he's just...
I think what he should do is he just start at a mini golf course, find an actual tiny Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, start there.
And go to the one in Vegas, and then go to the bigger one that's actually in Paris.
Well, just a progressive, you know, progressively larger Eiffel
it's
Towers.
like a Russian nesting doll.
That'll be a perfect plan. But back to the game, GIRLZ, this one, they only had 5 shots. FLIPSID had 6. FLIPSID, I thought, had way better offensive opportunities.
Yeah.
And I want to see that from them. These teams are very well matched. The only difference maker being that single goal by ignite. But it's going to be hard to deny FLIPSID. If they continue to play like this, it's going to be hard to deny them the net.
Yeah.
If they keep making passing plays like that.
And you talk about how bumps have become such a big part of the meta right now, right? And a lot of players can be frustrated. I myself being one of them, all I want to do is play the dang game, and I keep getting smacked at a net, watching it go in. But that aggressive play GIRLZ is playing is actually slowing that down, right? You always want to look to cross net and take somebody out when they're sitting and waiting. But you see how aggressive the defense is for GIRLZ. You're not going to find someone sitting in it. They're going to be challenging, leaving the net, I want to say open, but trying to close the gap as opposed to giving the opportunity for the shot.
Yeah.
So while I think a bump would do wonders, it's going to be hard to find those bumps. So GIRLZ, I think, knows. But as I'm with you, man. FLIPSID came so close so many times, and it's not like the gap got spread more than one goal.
Well, we'll see if FLIPSID can bounce back or GIRLZ can get off to a 2-0 lead in the series. The follow-up, again, 2 shots going wide for FLIPSID. ignite downfield. Going to try to put that off the backboard. We saw a lot of plays, and it seems like GIRLZ is just trying to launch this off the backboard, force a defensive mistake to capitalize on, not relying so much on the infield passing that we see out of FLIPSID.
But you'll find that a lot more right off a kickoff, right? You'll catch somebody that doesn't have the most boost, at least not as much as they want. You'll catch them a little out of position. So,
and that's a great point, especially in today's Rocket League. The only time you can really blast it off the backboard is if you get an incredibly hard hit, or you know for a fact that the defenders are out of boost. Those are the best times to make those backboard hits.
Great follow-up by Yukio, forcing a bad touch from Remco.
And Cookser didn't make the read. That was fruit ripe for the picking. But Cookser just couldn't make it happen.
Was that the ballsiest mind game I've ever seen in my life? Was that defender actually baiting that?
I think that was just pure panic. That ball was right on the goal line. Now Yukio clears that ball out of FLIPSID's zone. Mystic with the follow-up. Mystic again on the wall. How on earth did he hit that ball backwards like that?
A true king knows how to hit the ball any direction.
And now Cookser, a small touch there, is going to put that off the backboard. Cookser again trying to force a mistake out of this GIRLZ defense that has been so solid. Now Yukio off the backboard. ignite doesn't let it happen. Cookser has to retreat. Mystic is going to have his go at it. Gets it by 1, but Remco gets the boost steal. Yukio upfield. Mystic with the pop-up to Cookser. Cookser going for the backboard. Remco with a long clear. Yukio stops it at half. Mystic a chance. Goes for the flick, and that one's going to be wide. But Cookser puts it right back in. FLIPSID beginning their attack again. Ball bouncing out wonderfully. Mystic's going to put a shot on target. Yukio trying to go for the redirect. He knew that Metza was going to get that save. And another boost steal from Cookser. This could be good for FLIPSID. The extended attack finally pays off, and Mystic opens up the scoring for FLIPSID.
Can you believe only 2 shots have been registered? And that was the second one. Another challenge.
I don't believe it.
Can you?
You're lying to me.
I am not lying to you, James. Quick look at my screen. I have pressed tab. There have been 2 shots.
I'm looking at the screen. He's right. I'm wrong. So somehow only 2 shots registering, but still FLIPSID absolutely controlling this game so far. But a chance. This one's going to find the back of the net. ignite forcing through that shot from Metzanaris.
Right off of what? That's right, everybody. Kickoff. You guys got it. I trust that you said it with us.
I mean, it's an interactive stream, everybody.
Dude, that's the thing. The first, 10 seconds every kickoff's a totally different Rocket League game.
And kickoffs, I mean, we've seen how rough kickoffs can play off in 2s, but even in 3s, kickoffs can be a burden. You just never know how that ball's going to shoot out of a 50-50. Now a very strong touch from ignite there with his wheels, sending that downfield. Mystic gets it by Metza. ignite again, just a strong hit right back into the FLIPSID half. We're not seeing a lot of DEM girls teamwork to get clears. They're opting rather to just go for long, booming clears. Again there, Metza just trying to get it out. And Yukio, he's gonna pounce on that ball across from the middle, a strong shot, and he's gonna find the net.
Finally, these passes coming through and dropping it down. That was a pretty dirty pass, not gonna lie.
That was a beautiful pass from Mystic.
I mean, we've seen FLIPSID. They've been making those attempts. Cooksier, Mystic, Yukio all tapping it towards the middle. But that time, you see what happens when it's not answered, right? DEM girls weren't able to challenge that. They weren't able to read it. They were caught in a bad spot.
And we said it. It just seemed like it was going to be a matter of time if FLIPSID kept that passing up. And now a chance off the crossbar, ignite, and then the save from Cooksier. That one, a great positional play from Cooksier, keeps that ball out of the net. ignite would have had a goal there as well, but he just didn't read the crossbar bounce. Thought it was just going to be a normal backboard bounce.
Mystic playing that interrupt game as well at the midfield, really slowing down those repetitive shots. He's making sure they maybe get one or two. And in a place where it looks like he should be dropping back on defense, he's just looking for that short pass from a teammate just to interrupt enough of a touch that DEM girls aren't getting these elongated attacks.
But still, they had some good opportunities. ignite just narrowly missing that one out. And then the follow-up again, that one is going to still be saved by Cooksier. It was high anyway, but Cooksier gets a good hit out of danger. Cooksier again challenging, but he's beat by Remco. Mystic has time. Mystic getting some help from Remco there. That ball pinching far into the DEM girls half. Metza hits it over to the side. Remco just lets it bounce. Yukio's going to have a play here. Going to try to get it into the middle. Tried to bump ignite out of the play, but he missed. Mystic with that boost steal and now back pass. Cooksier comes in to take his spot. ignite with a long clear downfield. Mystic turns on it. No one's left back. Remco's racing back. Mystic, that center ball, dangerous. Yukio sends it straight up. Mystic again trying to get a piece of it. Final 10 seconds. Cooksier saved by ignite. Now Metza is going to have to get that ball to a teammate. And Yukio gets that hit there. Last chance for DEM girls, and that's going to... No, Mystic opts to keep it up, but it doesn't matter. It ends up touching the ground anyway, and FLIPSID respond in game number 2 with a victory of their own.
And is that their first big pull in this little tug-of-war match they have going on with these shots back and forth? You can now see it on FLIPSID still with the dominating shots, 6 shots to 4 for DEM girls. DEM girls did have lower shots, even the game that they won. And we mentioned that could be a problem. If you're not getting those repetitive shots and you only won by a single game, it's going to be a little bit tough for you. So I'm liking that FLIPSID are able to finally find those. DEM girls not meeting them as often in midfield. What'd you see, James?
Yeah, I agree with your assessment, Carpet. What I loved seeing there was FLIPSID finally able to make those passing plays work. We saw them attempt multiple lateral passing plays last game. Cooksier trying to make that happen. But this time, it was Mystic. Mystic had that amazing passing play, getting up in the air, using air roll perfectly to get that ball right down on a platter for Yukio, who just blasted it right into the net. So the defense from DEM girls finally crumbling against this continued attack from FLIPSID. But from DEM girls' side, we're not seeing as much passing attempts.
Yeah.
It seems like it's just a completely different style of play for them. They're having a very strong defense, just going for that counterattack, hoping that FLIPSID overcommits and then trying to get a long booming clear that they can't handle. Maybe they miss a backboard read and let a ball come out to get a rebound. That seems like what they're going for. The one goal that they did score was a very good shot from Metzenaris that ignite just forced through.
And I do think that going for counterattack plays is incredibly relevant, but the problem is you are relying on your opponents to give you that gap as opposed to making it yourself. So if you're so confident in your defense that you're like, hey, we'll just wait for a counterattack, but they never let you have one, you're only going to play defense the whole game unless you get some freakish pinch, which you really can't rely on those.
Yeah, you try to hope that the RNG is in your favor. But with shooters like ignite, he can make the most out of few opportunities. Now ignite. Off to the side, Yukio doesn't get much of a hit, but does get a block there. Metzenaris is going to get a long clear. Mystic up the wall. Remco just again trying to force that through. ignite puts it back into the corner. Cooksier hitting that out into the middle. Not the greatest hit from him, but Yukio gets the clear.
Not as much horizontal play to DEM girls. A lot more smacking into the corners, hoping to pull out a defender.
And that one off the backboard, but Yukio, he had all the time in the world, opts to just hit it long and get boost.
Ignite's up.
And that was a good pass. This one's gonna drop straight down. Cookser hits it back out in a dangerous spot, but still Mystic was in net ready, so was Yukio. Passing play, Yukio needed to get that a little more towards Cookser, just out of his reach. Now Yukio off the ceiling, Remco hitting it over to Metza. Metza being challenged by Cooks. Mystic has some time, but he hits it straight up. Cooks are killing that ball at the half. Remco's there. Yukio trying to hit someone across the mid, but Metza was the only one waiting for it. And a great pass from him to iignite. iignite's gonna hit it. Not on target.
Remco opts to wait, play patient. Let flip side spread. Maybe they'll be able to pull one and find a good opening.
Metza just changes the field there. Now Remco.
Nicely done.
Going for that air dribble. A good bounce as well after he got bumped. Now Metza into the corner. Yukio misses his hit, and Metza's just gonna do it all by himself. An unassisted goal, and GIRLZ take the lead.
The nice gentle tap. Yukio wasn't able to get the touch on it, and Cooks here, he knew that he'd be coming from that side angle. It was still a little bit of a shot in the dark thing. I mean, for both of them in reality. Metza hoping to put it towards the backboard. At the very least, Cooks here would get a weak touch on it. But they both kind of called each other's bluffs, and it worked for Metz.
And again, GIRLZ not even having to rely on the passing game to get that goal. Metz and RS just making a solo play. Cookser with a challenge here. Tries to go for a second touch, narrowly missed out. Now Mystic, that net looked like it was open, but the shot in a position where Remco could get back. Now Mystic with a half flip there. Blocks it, but still. Ball not in a dangerous spot. Flipside trying to wrestle for position.
Mezzanar's having a drop back with no boost, leaving his two teammates up for offense. A demolition onto the defender, Yukio.
And that demo, see if that physical play continues. A very good chance for Cookser, and he just blasts it home. Flipside tied up.
The moment he saw this bounce, it was like a dream come true for him. He went up for the shot, but Metz, iignite, and Remco all there potentially for the save. He found probably one of the, I don't know, only places he could have placed that shot to actually go in.
It's like those mini golf courses where it seems like you have to hit it through a gauntlet, and then there's a spinning windmill.
Yeah. The windmill with these three players.
Yeah. And he managed to time it and aim it perfectly. And you don't score, or you don't set scoring records for nothing. Cookser, he has been a lead scorer in RLCS for a long time.
But when you look at the turnarounds we've seen so far, Flipside on the passing plays, which we know seems to be the stronger play style. GIRLZ, you know, they got the one goal in the first game with a great passing play, but now their only other goal has been on a solo for Metz on a couple of bad defensive touches.
Now another good pass into the middle, but Yukio's denied by Metza. Follow-up from Cookser off the backboard, but no one is there. Yukio does recover, but he doesn't have any boost to be a threat. Metza trying to flick it by Cookser. Cookser gets a piece. Yukio, there's a very good win from him. Cookser going for that challenge. It messes up Remco, delays his attack. Mystic just a little bit late to the play. Now Cookser might be in trouble here. 2v1. That pinch sends it wide. Now iignite off the sidewall. Mystic accidentally side flipping there. That could be bad, but fortunately there was nobody left from GIRLZ to help out iignite on that attack. Now a chance again for Metza. He's gonna drop it down. Cookser with the save.
Can they clear this out? He's got no one to pass to. Remco keeping it over Mystic, and then going for the follow-up.
Remco making it happen, a solo goal from him, and GIRLZ will take the lead with just 30 seconds left.
And this, every now and then, you'll just see somebody getting caught out of position. It went back and forth in possession just one too many times for Flipside to really keep their wits about them. One player found themselves out. Mystic unable to get that reach. We saw the good hard clear, but out to no one. Well, out to GIRLZ at least, and they were able to follow that up.
And another individual effort, a strong individual effort. Remco had to recover very, very quickly to get to that ball in time, and he did exactly that. Now Cookser, backboard deny from him, and a block there. Final few seconds, Metza and iGNITE in the same spot. Mystic went for that pitch, didn't get much. Final chance for Flipside. Mystic puts it across the middle and denied by Metza. And DEM GIRLZ take game 3, and now we're sitting at 2-1 in favor of DEM GIRLZ.
I'm still not too confident in the fact, because both of those goals came from solo plays. Both of them kind of came from mistakes on defense. Somebody outright whiffing one, another one mispositioning. Not to say they're not great players, but it's going to be hard for them to keep finding that. And flip side, they did get the passing plays, but if you notice how good the defense is on DEM GIRLZ, they're still not able to push more than one goal through. It's looking tough, James.
I mean, well, what's your feeling, though, right now, just taking a look at Metzenaris? We saw Devo play last season. Metzenaris seems like he's filling this role quite well so far.
Oh, yeah. I mean, definitely a step up. But right, as much as I'm a huge fan of Devo, he really clearly wasn't really living up to the standard. He wasn't filling his own shoes, is what it felt like. But we see 5 shots come into Metzenaris there. Being selfless when he wants to. He's not a greedy player. He won't take the shot. I mean, there's a couple times where maybe he should have dropped it onto somebody else, but it's those heat of the moment things. But so far, I really like what I'm seeing out of him on this new roster.
Yeah, and it's working right now for DEM GIRLZ. They just continue to try to force Flipside to make mistakes. And both times, Metzenaris, he was able to force through that solo goal.
Yeah.
And also Remco, able to force through that solo goal. And also their defense continues to hold strong. They're denying Flipside the shot attempts.
That's the biggest thing.
They just continue to shut down the shot attempts right at the point of the shot. And now we could have the final game of the series. This is game number 4. Flipside need to get this win. Otherwise, DEM GIRLZ will claim this series victory. And a center ball again. Look at that, Remco challenging it immediately. And now Remco going for a touch to mess up the defense. A Mystic doesn't mess him up. Chance, good chance for Cookser, a strong shot, but it was right in the center of the net. Metzenaris ready for it.
DEM GIRLZ in a tight spot right now. 2 going up for that, neither getting good contact.
Now iGNITE taking over for Metza. Demo from Remco on Mystic. This could be dangerous. A good chance for Cookser if he can get there in time, and he's going to shoot that ball high. So a couple early chances so far for Flipside, but Cookser was not able to hit the mark. Now going for that center ball, no one was there, and that's going to be a shot attempt. Center ball from iGNITE, has to take it himself again, gets, oh, it looks, yes, he did get the boost. Gonna chase it down. Now Remco with some time. Just put the shot in towards net, but easily handled. Yukio, a long clear from him. Yukio trying to wrap that ball around. Now Metza puts it up. Remco trying to beat Mystic to it. He does. Now Yukio off the sidewall. Some ping-ponging back and forth right now. Mystic again clearing that long.
Uh-oh. 2 going up for that. iGNITE finding Metz on the other side.
And that was a good pass from him. Metza wasn't able to get a strong shot on net, but still keeping that ball away from Flipside.
Yeah, it's not a double commit, it's a reposition.
Aggressive repositioning.
I think we should make that a thing. We'll let the players use that as their excuses.
I wasn't double committing, I was aggressively repositioning.
You've just ruined ranked for like a week.
Yukio off the backboard, might have a double tap, leaves it for Cookser. Cookser's gonna send that one, but it was blocked. And Mystic misses his hit. Follow up from Yukio, a weak hit in, and iGNITE gets the save. Cookser also dove in on that one. Flipside itching to get a goal. They're coming close, but still no cigar.
DEM GIRLZ finally out of the woods with that last clear. Cookser following up his own hit.
Cookser off the sidewall to himself, but he also had Yukio going for the same ball. Yukio getting back. iGNITE down towards net. A block from Cookser. Remco is going to put this off the corner for Metza. Metza beats out Mystic to it, but Yukio will be there in time. Now it's DEM GIRLZ' turn to start the attack. A block from iGNITE sends this off into the corner. Metza going for a pinch. Now Remco just keeping this ball stuck.
I think when he
and a chance for Metza, and he beats out that defender with just 1 minute, 49 seconds left on the clock. Metzanaris off the pass from Remco.
Eventually, Flipside just ran at a boost. They didn't have enough momentum to challenge these. Metzanaris coming across for the shot. When you talk about the fact that Flipside looks for more horizontal passes, and we hadn't seen it at a Weedham Girls, it feels like they're maybe just relying more on pace. They know they can beat you to the ball. They know they're fast players. So if they keep beating you to these challenges, eventually they'll find the opening. So it might not seem as promising. As long as they can make sure they keep up the pace, you'll see that slowly happen.
And that is honestly like the old school Weedham Girls play style.
It really is.
Was just rely on pure speed. Beat them to the ball, meet them at the ball whenever they try to take the shot. And then a chance again for Mystic. That one not panning out. But these games, very close, teams well matched. Two different styles going head to head. Now Mystic going for the double tap pass, and that one off the sidewall. Yukio's gonna put it on target, and Cookser, oh my, the save from Metzanaris was gonna send it wide. Cookser were almost able to block that save and send it back in, but it just popped straight up. Close call yet again, and now on the other side of the field.
The bump onto Yukio followed by double miss. Aggressive repositioning.
Now Mystic.
Wow.
That solo effort there coming up just short. iGnite again with the save. Weedham Girls, their defense has been bending but not breaking. Yukio off the side. Now Metz off his own back wall. Down to iGnite, who puts a shot on target, knocked barely aside by Mystic.
Playing smart, playing passive, they're up by 1.
Off the backboard, a good chance, and off the post and in with 12 seconds left. Cookser clutches this one for Flipside.
Weedham Girls playing just a little bit too passive, letting that wide pass come all the way out to mid. Yukio barely beating out the defender, smacking it off the post, and Cookser there for the follow-up. Given too much room to Flipside tactics.
Oh, and now we might see a kickoff goal. Mystic forcing Metza to make that save, still dangerous. iGnite needs to get the hit, he missed it. Remco there to clean up. And we're gonna have overtime in game 4. Flipside need to get this one to stay alive. Weedham Girls wanna close this out. And a demo, here could be a chance. iGnite going for a double tap, just barely missing it. Now Cookser centers it, just out of reach of Metzanaris, going for a pinch. And that one off the backboard, again blocked by iGnite.
After the kickoff mayhem, we're gonna see it slow down just a little bit, especially here in overtime. Everyone wanted to gather up the boost before they mount their attack.
Now Metza challenging Mystic. Mystic's gonna chase this down, a shot, that one's gonna be blocked by Cookser. It looked like it was just gonna be wide anyway. And now a chance, Yukio might be going for that double tap. A chance for Cookser. Ball right above the net, a dangerous position.
That defense, 2 going out on the wall, 1 still staying there for the second follow-up.
Now Yukio going to be challenged by iGnite, who hits it into the corner. iGnite gets another touch. Cookser pops it up. He's gonna try to air dribble that to safety. Now, aggressive positioning there by those two. iGnite going for the double tap. Can he hit it?
He does!
iGnite blocked by Yukio, but the follow-up from Metzanaris, and Weedham Girls close it out. They'll be taking this victory against Flipside.
iGnite with the near impossible shot. I believe that was Yukio with the near impossible save, but Metzanaris there to support his new roster, and Weedham Girls will take down Flipside.
This has just been a week of roster moves coming to fruition.